Alright, ladies and gents, I am pushing through and into May of 2016 for my budget report. Diving right in, I budgeted $1,400 income from the vet. I did budget expecting some holiday pay, and I did end up earning more than budgeted for, so $1,474.51. Being an emergency center, we're open odd hours, so I don't work standard hours. I work evenings, weekends, and holidays. So while that can sometimes be challenging, it can also be very beneficial. I don't have to put our son in daycare. There's generally someone available. If it's not, my husband, it'll be my parents, whether it's on the evening, in the evening, or on the weekends that can watch him. And then I work holidays, so while that can be a bummer, everybody's doing holiday things, I am earning holiday pay, so it helps. And I'm pretty used to it at this point. I've been doing it for about almost 5.5 years now, so I earned some extra money for Memorial Day weekend there. We've got my standard supplement from my husband RJ, was budgeted again at $190. It came in at $192.94 like usual. Budgeted $450 from the tax office. Obviously, being a tax office, it started to wind down, so the bulk of that was actually expected from my commission pay. We did earn commission on the returns that we did, so that did come in May, as well as they have kept me on just to keep the office open through the off season, just one day a week, so not much, but it's a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. The commission check did come in under where we expected, but it was still enough. So it did come in at $380 total for the month between commission and working a couple of short days, during the off season there. So, being up in my income from the vet and down in my income from the tax office, ended up coming right around at budget at $2,047.45 for the month. You'll see mortgage went up here. They did an escrow review and decided that they needed a little bit of extra cushion, so they decided to increase the mortgage payment to $719.69. So that was right as budgeted. At the same time, I did do a little bit of legwork and get my car insurance reduced. Got a couple of discounts between paperless and the Smart Driver. They're tracking with the little plug-in now, so we get a discount there. As well as I increased my deductible. With our emergency fund in place. We actually set that up over a series of months at the end of last year and beginning of this year, kind of as I was paying off student loans just by selling things around the house. So with that in place, I decided to go ahead and increase my deductible, and that helped bring my car insurance down to something a little bit more manageable, especially offsetting the increase in the mortgage. So that was right as expected at $54.61. I went ahead and increased my gas budget to $100 and then managed to only spend $74.70. I think with where the weeks fell and how I was gassing up, I managed to only fill up 3 times instead of 4 during the month, so it was a little abnormal. So I had a little bit of extra money ended up sitting in my account from that. Nothing budgeted for pet food, nothing needed. I did finally budget appropriately in my miscellaneous account. May is both my husband and my son's birthday, so I budgeted for their gifts. I managed to go over $1, not even quite, so that was okay at $64.24 between the two of them. Actually, part of that, I think I jumped the gun and put it on my credit card in April because I didn't feel like playing around with the budget, so that just ended up adding to my credit card payoff in May, which was still less than the minimum payment. So I wasn't too bothered by that. I think it increased it by, maybe $10. So I paid $26.84 on my credit card and paid that off, zero balance. It was actually the first time it was at a zero balance since I got the card back in, what did I say, 2007, I think. So that was kind of cool to see. And like I said, it's only a $500 balance, so it's never gotten me in trouble. It's just never been zero. So that's kind of cool still. For the Fed loan that I was working on snowballing, I budgeted $595.33 for the payoff, and it ended up being $595.16, but I did manage to go ahead and pay that off in May, so that was very exciting. I then budgeted $154.09 for my next Fed loan in line for the snowball and paid $158.34, bringing that balance down to $211.76. So that was exciting as well, hitting two loans in one in the month of May. And then that reduced this lump payment from $198 and change to $190 and change. Those payments were made as usual, bringing those balances down to $3,927.54 and $4,308.74. And finally, my private loan with Great Lakes was paid as usual, $136, bringing that balance down to $25,198.46. So it's pretty much right on target as expected in May. I planned on paying off $1,102.44 in debt, and I paid off $1,106.52 and brought my overall balance down to $33,646.50 for the end of May. So overall a good month, had another payoff, always exciting, and was setting up this little guy to get paid off next. So I'll go ahead and jump into June in just a moment here, and we'll be current. So thanks again for stopping by. Next up will be the last video, and we'll go on from there. Thanks so much.